have the man himself, Mr. Clyde B, in the studio. Clyde, how you doing?
Well, I'm great. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, right here at the Cool FM with you, AG. Couldn't be better.
Nice for you to come to the show, my friend. Thanks for accepting my invitation. You know.
All right, AG, man, anything, man, with you anytime, man. You know, we're brothers, and anything you say, AG, I'm there with you. I got your back.
All right. Anyway, Clyde, let's just squeeze in some things with you right now before we, you know, because I think we have a lot of stuff to go through in the next thing. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, Clyde, you was a cop. You was one of those cops. Did you start that's how you, after the school, you went to police school, right?
No, I went into the army.
Okay.
And then I came to Aruba, and then that's when I joined the police in 88.
In 88. Was that a choice or was that a opportunity? Was that a choice for you to?
You know what it is? Once you're in the army, you're into justice and law, and you know, so it's an easy step over for me. And then back in those days, it was an easy step over for me then. You know? Even though I wanted to go back and continue studying, but at that time it was easier to step over.
To step over.
Let's do that, you know.
Okay, and you work yourself all the way up to the management, right?
Close to management.
Close to management. Yeah. What was your level in the police then?
Last was professional. Recherche, Horeca area. So I was over the recherche in the hotel area. Yeah.
And so you was like a detective, so recherche detective.
Yeah.
So you bust a lot of cases, you crack a lot of cases, and
yeah, you know, people. You see, the thing is, I don't work with fanfare, you know.
Okay.
With the press and those things, I do my things really quietly undercover. But we've cracked a lot of, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the hotel area. You have tourism and tourism crime. You have locals and tourism crime. You have a lot of people coming from abroad, international teams that hitting the casinos. I solved a case once with 3 Bulgarians. When I picked them up, I even had them arrested in about an hour. The FBI called and said they were looking for these guys worldwide.
Ah, really?
Yeah, and they were coming. They were coming to Aruba the following day with their private plane to pick them up. I solved the case for Arabian Sheikh, a sheik once also, when they hit him. They cloned his credit card and stuff. I did a lot of cases, a lot of American Express cases where I was rewarded. You know, in the American Express, when you solve cases for them, they kind of appreciate it and they reward. I was rewarded a couple of courses in the States even by them. You know, it's a whole different thing because you're dealing with a whole
different ball. It's a different ball game, so to speak.
Yeah, with tourists, you know, you have to try to keep them happy and stuff because we propagandize one happy island.
Yeah, so you got to keep the island happy.
It has to be a happy experience, even if they stole your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You got to keep a smile on your face.
Yeah.
And after that, okay. So how long did you stay in the force, so to speak? Till the end, so to speak.
Totally 35. Well, I'll be making 38. But I took VIT this year, so but the 3 years that they have to pay me off will also count as years of service.
Okay, all right, that sounds good, man. And after that, okay, you was playing. Let's go to the next part now in your life. You told me you was a comedian as well. You was a stand-up comedy.
Well, I'm known to tell good jokes.
But those jokes was your jokes or was copied jokes?
Well, some of them were mine and some of them were copied, and I boost them up and stuff. And I met this. Well, not really. What happened was I went to the Holiday Inn Hotel for a case, and I met the general manager, which was a Dominican guy, and Brenda James also worked there in those days as she was manager of entertainment and stuff. And she says, you know, hey man, you know, this guy here is a funny guy and stuff, and I'm there for serious business, you know. But anyway. And that manager said, you know what? Why don't you come and do an hour on Mondays? So I started up doing an hour on Mondays, and it became a great hit. When I was there for over 2 years.
Wow! And who's your favorite comedy, stand-up comedy? Who's your favorite one?
I have I like Eddie Murphy. I like Cat Davis. I like Sinbad. I have a lot of different guys that I follow. You know, just.
You may say the next. You may say the best guy, man. Richard Pryor.
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
If you get Richard Pryor and Red Fox, those are real guys.
Yeah, the old school. Those are old school guys.
Richard Pryor started. Yeah, Richard Pryor is Richard Pryor is my favorite stand-up comedian. I love Richard Pryor. The guy was good. Eddie Murphy. Copied a lot from Richard Pryor.
Yeah, he does some great impressions. I like to see guys doing impressions and stuff. I follow most of the the Apollo.
Yeah,
I follow the Apollo. I follow Richard. What's his name? Martin with the stand-up comedy. I follow all of those things. PTV comedy show.
That's good. Listen, we're going to go to a small little break right now, just to switch around some things. And we're going to continue because we have a lot of stuff to talk about, Clyde.
Yeah.
But we ain't start yet. This is just the introduction, right? You want to send a hello to some people out there listening to you?
I have my people out there. Let me see. Shout out to Eduardo Rajuki, all the way in St. Martin. Eduardo, what you saying? Everything all right? Marilyn Pascal, yeah, those are my people there. Tahira Rogers, Carlos de Freitas, people in Celeste Wood, Charlie Hassel, Giovanni Leo, saludo, buonoci.
The best radio.
We're having a great time right here in the studio with AG. Talking to my main man, Mr. Clyde B, a.k.a. Dr. Burke. By the way, Dr. Burke, you're also a drummer. You play drums, right? Yeah. When you started playing drums?
Well, let me say it like this.
Oh, no, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
You have to think
from small off, I used to beat up everything home.
Okay, like me.
The chairs, yeah. The chairs. We had my mom had some old wooden chairs. Mm-hmm. And that used to be my snare drum. That had a wonderful song. If I could find that chair today,
you will still use it as a snare.
I would use the snare drum.
And are you a self-taught drummer?
Yeah. I guess the Lord gave me this talent because from small I had it, and then I started to mimic the guys from the Scouts. So before I went into the Scouts.
You was already like basically...
I knew how to play all the Marson already.
Okay.
So when I got a chance to really go into the Scouts was when they used to have baseball on the sport park and the brass band used to play, the Scout band.
And you used to play with the brass
band?
No,
I wasn't playing yet.
You wasn't playing? So how old were you when you started playing, my friend?
Well, I went into the Welpen 8 years old, so that's when I really started.
So like 8, 9 years you started playing?
I was playing before that. 4, 5 was pumped up. My mother had me listen.
And how old were you when you played when you sit on a drum, on a set of drums
to play? On a set of drums.
Yeah. How old were you then?
I think maybe 10, 11.
10, 11.
That's Miss Woods from Woods Church discovered me. And she told my mom, that boy, he has a talent, let him come play in the church.
So you started playing actually on drums in the church, so to speak.
I started in the church with Chris Woods, playing guitar, his mom playing also. And, that's when I really started, and then from there it developed into...
Playing with bands, so to
going into bands.
And which was your first band you played with here in Aruba as a drummer in a professional level, so to speak?
The first band I played with as a drummer was Boys Next Door, because let me just give you this quick story. My dad was a saxophonist, and he insisted that I go into blowing.
Okay.
So I blew trombone for about 3 to 4 years against my will. But to avoid
issues. To avoid issues, you had to play
the trombone, and then my dad was sent away to, I guess it was St. Croix or somewhere to go work for the refinery. And while he was flying low in the plane, I had the trombone sold already.
Okay.
And that's where the real drum thing came in. I remember the deceased Anthony Garrett had this band called Boys Next Door.
I heard about those guys. When I was in Munich, I used to hear a lot about the Boys Next Door in Aruba, and you guys used to mash up the whole place.
Because I played with a band called Buck Explosion, but that's where Longwell was on the drum, and I played the trombone in that band.
Okay.
So then I went to Boys Next Door. I started as a percussionist.
Okay.
And then I went to go to the drums.
And what was your first? What was the first mark of your drum? Like some people play Pearl to
my
Yamaha.
My first drum that I played on was a Pearl.
Pearl set, okay.
Pearl, and then I bought a couple of pearls. I had a pearl. I had a Slingerland I brought from Germany.
Slingerland from Germany.
In the day.
Oh, we're gonna go on the Germany thing just now, right? Because we have a lot to talk about. So you was playing a Slingerland or
yeah, I brought a 7-piece Slingerland
from
Germany.
Okay. And the Pearl. Pearl is a good sound as well.
Yeah, and I prefer, I don't know, I love the Tama song, the Tama toms. I like the Tama toms, especially those that are made of wood and covered with the acrylic thing. I like Tama has some great toms.
Okay.
But Pearl, yeah, depends which pearl you're buying.
They have signature, they have all kind of pearls.
Yeah.
And I remember when I came to Aruba once, and I was on a vacation, of course, and I saw you playing there in San Nicolas, in a place in San Nicolas. I can't remember the name of the place. It's Scapino or something like that.
Scapino.
And he was playing with a group there, and I was like, as a drummer, of course, I'm going to look what the drummer is doing, right? So, and I was like, wow, you really a drummer. So like a drummer is not someone who plays, who sings on the drums. A drummer is someone who plays drums with the music. And you know exactly where to bring your fills, you know exactly where to bring it up, down. Tell me a little bit about that. How did you get this kind of feeling? Because some guys here in Aruba doesn't have it.
You know, it has to do with a lot. It has to do with your musical upbringing, and by listening to other drummers and a lot of music, a lot of variations of music, you'll understand the symphonics or how music is put together. In music, everyone has his part, and when you put everything together, it becomes a harmony and becomes beautiful. Now, some people, some drummers who have never been taught
that way, yeah.
I call it overdoing it. And a lot of guys that have played with me or guys that I taught, they know I have this saying, there's a fine line between noise and music.
Yeah.
Now, if you could be outside the harmony, like if you listen to jazz, a lot of times the guys them are messing with this.
They go on. But they're still in line. They're still in line.
You know, it's part of the music. But if you messing with the part where the guy got to be singing,
especially that part, yeah, the singing,
and you're messing with. You know,
basically, you're messing with everything because as a drummer, you got to play straight, you got to groove.
You're not giving
you're not giving the singer, you're not giving the music time to breathe. The music got to breathe. You got to close your eyes and look through the music and see it very, very clearly.
Yeah, and what it's becoming a trend now to have a drummer and a percussion player
playing together, mix up.
Everybody doing what they want. I don't know if they record themselves or not, but you should understand.
Listen to yourself here. Listen to yourself.
Understand a song is like if you're in school, you had an upstell. You got the beginning of the song, you got the middle part, and then the song should develop. It has to keep developing to a climax. Like usually mambo, we don't get much mambos in songs anymore, but it develops a climax where, but wow. But most of these guys, what happened to this song, if you listen to them, the song is doing this because
but isn't that something from the arranger, of the band leader or the arranger? As a band leader and arranger, you should be able to tell your drummer or tell anybody in the band, listen, this is the way it is. Because sometimes I get a feeling there's a big difference. Just like how you say there's a difference between music and noise. There's a big difference between playing together, right? Together or to get her.
Oh, that's another thing.
You see, that's two different things. You can play together with the band and you're all grooving and having a good time.
Right.
Or you can play to get her.
Yeah, some drummers,
I think that's a little issue here. They play to get her, not together.
Some drummers, as soon as they get eyes on them, they forget that they're in a band and they start the one.
They go wild already.
For instance, there were a lot of guys that cannot be studio recording drummers.
That's a different thing in between studio and live.
They don't have that because they cannot play consistently.
Yeah.
You know, and when you want to do a recording in the studio, you have to play consistently.
You got to be straight. You got to be grooving.
You know what I mean? You can't.
You got to know what you're doing actually.
Yeah.
Basically.
So a lot of them won't be able to play do recordings in the studio. And I noticed it became a trend because now once one band lets it happen,
everybody's doing it.
Everybody looking up to this guy. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how they evaluate themselves or anything. I know. As a matter of fact, what his name has a program today about drumming also. Valentino King starts at 9, and he's going to interview a lot of guys. But I mean, it's a lot of the guys. I'm sorry to say, man. I don't consider myself the best drummer. I always say everybody are good in their field.
Yeah.
But listening to some of the fields, they're making a mess out of it. Sorry to say. Sorry to say.
We're grooving right here with AG. Welcome to the set. You guys just tuning in. And don't forget, I forgot. I'm still thinking here about everything. Hope you guys are doing fine. And don't forget, you can send us a WhatsApp as well on 594-6757. 594-6757, right? And you can, if you have a question for Mr. Clyde Bird, we can ask about him as well. All right, Clyde, we're still there by the music part of your career, of your life, and so you're a great drummer. What sticks you prefer to use? Plastic or?
No, I like wood. I like the wooden sticks. I've been using 5Bs all my life.
5Bs, yeah.
Yeah, and they give a good, the nice weight.
But funny, 5B. No, I use 2B. I was using 2B.
Those are a little longer.
A little longer, yeah. I use it 2B, yeah. 5B.
I don't know. Well, it might drumming the 2B would break easy.
No, you break sticks, But I mean, I know guys who break foot pedals. That's not an easy thing.
I've broken a foot pedal couple, one or two, but usually sticks. I had a deal with Ape Music.
Okay.
Because I used to order a lot of sticks from them. And they told me if I break this pair that they give me,
then give 1 million sticks for free.
They give me sticks for life.
Yeah.
Right?
And you broke it? You didn't break
it?
Yeah. Man, I should talk to you if I need some sticks then.
I got they still send me sticks.
Yeah?
They kept their promise. They still send me sticks after two. And but I broke. They gave me there was these kind of were made from like a kind of plastic or plastic.
Fiberglass, like a
fiberglass sticks.
I know those sticks.
But
you didn't break those though.
Yeah, I broke the tip off.
The tip.
Well, they broke. Deal is deal.
Next thing, what kind of heads you used to use? Because we're talking drum talk now, right?
I'm a Remo guy.
And how often you used to change your heads? And tune the drums.
Well, usually the drums I tune them usually after every play out.
And you change the heads after that?
No, heads go a little longer. But like for Carnival, then
you
one Carnival, that's it. You change them. Yeah.
I was on tour with some guys. I had the luck to be on tour with Lionel Richie.
True.
And we did the supporting act for 21 days.
Wow.
And I'll be surprised to tell you the drummer changes heads every night.
Yeah, no, there are people that do. Yeah, I know. If you want,
every night.
No, but if you're playing, for instance, like concerts.
Every night.
Every night,
Every night.
I play for
and sometimes the head just have like a small little thing, but it has to be changed. They have a drum roadie and they have a special thing to tune the drums as well. That's very important.
Yeah, as well. I didn't have the sponsors to change.
No, then you're talking different level. I mean, if you're so far to have a world tour and every night you can change your drum heads,
I change them. I change them in the morning and after the evening, if you want me to.
And then you moved over from drums to bass. Why did you do that? Because as a bass player, is it because other issues or?
Well, I got sick with my kidneys.
Okay.
And I ended up on dialysis.
Okay.
And I thought, for me to go and be on a drum, because the drum is
no, you need energy for that.
Hectic, the drum is hectic. Both feet are moving, both hands.
It depends what kind of drummer you are, because you can play drums and you can play drums.
Right. So I decided, I always wanted to play the bass. I took lessons one time, a long time ago, me and Gino Rumo started taking bass lessons the same day, but I stopped and Gino developed one of the best bass players I have on the island.
Okay.
And then I said, then this is my opportunity to really go into bass. And so what I did.
How long did you when you pick up the bass? How long did you practice? How long did you think?
Well, let me give you the story. I bought 3 bass one time.
But you can't play bass and you buy 3 basses.
Yeah, because I really wanted to learn. So what I did, I bought 3 bass. No, I had 1 bass home that I always had, and I ordered 2 more. And what I did, I put one in the bedroom, I put one in the TV room, and I put one in my noise room. That's where I have my bass, piano, numero. And anywhere I drop, sit down, I usually sit, there's a bass guitar. So that's why I have a bass guitar in my hand always when I'm home. And then I went and I took some lessons. Well, I went to Federico. I know me and Federico are good friends. Federico Martis, and those guys were listening. Wonderful teacher, great musician, top of the line bass man. So if you want to learn bass and fast,
he's a good guy to go at.
So when I went in, I said, Federico, Carnival is around the corner. I can just come in and stuff, and I would like to be up on stage defending myself on a bass guitar this time to shut some mouths, you want to shut some mouths. He said, Clyde, no problem. In 6 months' time, I will have you up on stage.
And in 6 months, you did start playing the bass.
6 months' time, I was up on stage playing that music.
Before we go all the way, that you was in Germany, right? You was in Germany as a drummer, and you went in a music shop in Germany. I need you to share this with some of the guys listening, also those guys in Europe, and the guys here, the drummers, the musicians, and just your fans listening to the experience you went through as a drummer, because I lived in Germany, so I know exactly what you're talking about. The experience you went through in I think it was in Hamburg or Berlin, someplace like that.
It was in Munich.
In Munich? Oh, in Munich. Oh, God, because I lived in Munich, so I know exactly which music shop you're talking about. Tell us the experience when you went in the music. So what have you seen when you went in the drum section?
I went into this music store, and the drum section was humongous. I mean, you can't imagine the drums. Anything you wanted to play,
right there.
It was there.
So what about the drummers?
So I saw some young guys in there, boy, throwing licks in the drums. Serious, literally.
Serious licks.
Serious licks, boy. So I'm a drummer, you know what I mean? I want to impress, but I think, I can't compete with those guys on their level because they're playing, they're top. You can see they're going to school and stuff. So I said, well, since it's so, I'm going to soakerize the place. And I went in on a drum, boy, and I start hitting my soaker licks and saying, boy, that guy just stop playing, boy, come stand up wrong me.
Because it's something different.
Something different. What are you playing?
Yeah, there's something different.
But this is from the Caribbean, this is called soca. And they sit down and they look at this, how the stroke. I show my nose, so I'm really in the soca world too.
It's possible because those guys are open. They just want to see things, do things, and practice and rehearse and all of that. So and then you started playing bass, and now you're not playing the bass as before because you're planning to go to Europe. You're planning to go to the Netherlands because of your kidneys. Because of
because of my kidneys. I'm on dialysis for the last 7 years. I got sick.
7 years, is that, Sean?
I got sick in 2016.
Okay.
February they put me on dialysis, and up to today I'm on dialysis. And the worst part about the most frustrating part about it is that I'm not even on the donor's list. The list that you have to be on to get a kidney donor.
And is that here in Aruba, or is that in general?
Here in Aruba. Here in Aruba, they make you do the test every year, which is you have to keep your teeth clean. Your heart has to be up to par. You have to check your bronchium. You have to check your bronchium and stuff, etc.
Yeah, that's better.
And I do those tests every year, and every year I pass them, and still I'm not on the donors list. So I concluded that this thing is a business. They're doing business off of Clyde, and I feel, and I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart, God forgive me, I feel like I'm on death row in Aruba. You know what's death row? You're sentenced to be killed, but you don't know when they're gonna kill you. So for them not to kill me and for me not to lose my
You
head.
decide to get out of here, like to go to the Netherlands.
I'm moving to the Netherlands. I'm gonna, someone that I invest. I've invested in different businesses in Aruba, and this time I'm going to invest in the Netherlands.
And how long are you going to be staying in the Netherlands? How long are you going
plan to go for life?
For life, because okay, we ain't reached that part yet where we're going to go into how long and what you're going to do in the Netherlands and all of that. But what are your expectations when you go to the Netherlands? Do you have already sponsors? Do you have donors? Do you have?
I have some people that are willing to offer me. Like I had before already, and I came to with one of them that the test that they did the test in the Netherlands, and they gave me all the test results. And the thing was that for Aruba doctors to get in contact with the doctors in Holland, which Aruba doctors never did. So I lost that one, but I have a few other people that offer me, and instead of bringing them to Aruba or bringing a test,
it's better you
Aruba,
go to the Netherlands.
I'm going to the Netherlands.
Probably your chance in the Netherlands are much better as well. It's not so cold, not so like hot like in Aruba. Probably.
No, but the thing in the Netherlands, everybody is a donor unless you have decided not to be. So your chances are much more bigger, and you know the whole medical world and everything.
It's a different story.
Yeah, it's much better.
When you don't know nothing about it, and how many times you go to dialysis every week, right?
Three times.
3 times a week.
4 hours.
4 hours every time. 4 hours. Wow.
7 years long.
And how is that feeling when you after that? I mean, in the beginning, maybe it was different than now because you've been doing it now for 7 years.
You know, let me say it like this. In Aruba, there's something that is not 100%. For instance, I've dialyzed in Colombia, which with machines that are much older than those of Aruba. I felt great. I've dialyzed in the Netherlands, and I felt great, no problems. In Aruba, there are times when I come off of dialysis, I feel like I've been hit by 2 trains.
Oh my gosh!
Back to back.
Okay.
You might have just said some shout out to people.
I can send some shout out to people.
Shout out to Michael Hart.
Michael Hart.
Howard Hasham.
Rose,
how you doing, girl?
Rose, how you doing, girl?
Hey, baby Lane O'Donnell. What I baby, and also I saw Ingrid Valerie also looking just now.
Okay.
All right. Grandioso. You know, no sé adelante. If you guys are there, we're live on Cool
FM right here.
Yeah,
Mellow Moves with AG.
Cool
and don't forget, I'm here every Sunday spending some good stuff for you.
From 7 to 9.
Good stuff.
Listen to AG on your Cool FM.
Say that again.
Listen to AG on your Cool FM.
I got to get that. We got to record that. I'm sure Alex listening to that. We're going to record it, right, Axel? Okay, so Clyde, so now we by your health. What are the symptoms? What are the symptoms when you?
Well, you know, in my case, my specific case, my kidneys got affected when I was hit on my motorbike.
Ah, you had a motorbike accident.
Yeah, I had a motorbike accident. I fell on my back, which affected my kidneys.
Oh.
And what happened was they bled, but the blood never came out. So what happened? They form blood clots.
Blood clot in your kidney.
That definitely contributes to your kidney working good.
You got to be careful it didn't go to your lungs as well, because you have a lot.
Well, what happened was, through the kidney started to fail. Then I noticed my ankles swelling, and I started retaining liquid.
Liquid in your.
I couldn't
body.
sleep flat on the bed.
Wow.
I felt like I was drowning.
Wow.
But
so this is not a thing from in your case. Then it's not about what you eat or whatever. You had an accident. And now you're planning to go to the Netherlands to make it better, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because here is a little bit difficult to get exactly the care you need, so to speak.
I will give you an example. When I first went to the doctor with it, and his diagnosis read, this is not a normal case of kidney disease. So, I mean, if it's not a normal case, then let's investigate what it is.
What it is. Get to the core issue.
About it, they never did it. They beat around the bush. When I went to Colombia, a doctor said to me, your kidneys are functioning, but there's something wrong somewhere, and they should have did a biopsy. And this doctor sent me to a naturist, a guy who does
Natuurlijke heilpraktiker, yeah.
And this guy gave me some drops. He said, listen, take these drops when you're back in Aruba, because if you take them here, it's going to give you a lot of back pain, because your kidneys are expanding back. So I took the drops when I came back here, and all of a sudden I started peeing blood clots. Yeah, I peed out blood clots.
And that's because of the stuff you was taking, or what?
No, because of the accident, the blood clots.
Now it started coming out. Okay.
And I peed blood clots, and I went to the doctors, and then they took me to do this scan thing, and they said they're not seeing anything, so I figured they had...
Yeah, everything is good.
Jose Feliciano and Stevie Wonder behind the scan, because I'm still peeing these things.
Oh, my God.
And after I peed the blood clots out, I started peeing stones, kidney stones.
And are you sure all of these things are coming because of the accident you had, or
well, the blood clots definitely.
Yeah.
The stones, I guess the liquid the guy gave me loosened them also.
Loosen them also, they can come out.
I peeled out some stones.
Okay.
And the most thing about it is that most people are so long on dialysis don't pee anymore. I'm still peeing.
So that's a good sign, so to speak.
Yeah,
it's a good
still peeing.
What are the because maybe someone else who has the same issue like you, maybe they didn't get in an accident, maybe they have it in a different way. What kind of tips would you want to give somebody who is going through the same things like you are going through right now?
You gotta. The most important thing is.
Go on to the mic.
The most important thing is you gotta try to keep your blood pressure to the level it should be. Your sugar also. Those are the two vital things that are killers, and we don't feel them at easy. You see, blood pressure, high blood pressure, continuous high blood pressure, what it does, it damages a lot of your organs inside and your veins and stuff. And sugar does some things with your veins also and stuff. So once your veins start and those things start deteriorating,
then you have an issue.
Then you have an issue with your organs, because your organs are getting enough blood, or some getting too much, and
some ain't getting none at all, and then you have an issue.
So try to exercise a lot, not a lot. Another thing too.
Enough.
we tend to, when we get up in age, we tend to go try to run and ride bike. Those things are bad.
No, you can't do that. You should do those things when you're younger age.
The more your age goes up, you have to
get slow down.
Try to walk. Walk is one of the best things, or swim.
Yeah.
I do a lot of swimming.
Okay. I know you guys are swimmers. You guys can swim from here to go to Germany or Colombia. Me, I ain't swimming. When I go in the water, it's still here, my friend.
I go deeper than that. I swim.
You guys.
Swimming is good.
And is there a special food you can eat, or I mean, besides the prevention of checking your blood, checking your sugar, checking your thing?
One of the worst things that are out there is white rice. That causes, there is the sugar.
There's a lot of starch in that as well. Probably.
Red meat. Try to stay from red meat, go try to do a little fish and a lot of greens, vegetables, dandelions, berries. Berries are great. Nuts, some of the nuts are good for you. Do your research, you know what I mean?
Of course, because like today we have it easy. We can just go online and get all the research.
Yeah.
But in back in the days, we never had that. No. We never had that, and so when you go Holland, like you say, you have some people who probably want donors. You have some donors. What are the chances on that?
Well, the system right now is so far that, I mean, for instance, if you have a donor that not compatible, you could do a kreuz donatie, which means somebody else that is compatible with you, but is not compatible with their partner, and your partner is compatible with their partner. They do a kreuz donatie, and you get that kidney from that one, and they get the kidney.
But then, when let's say, I can imagine after you have such a transplant, what are the side effects? There's supposed to be a lot of side effects because your body actually has to get accustomed of that new.
Yeah, well, you have to. Once you get the kidney, you have to swallow pills for the rest of your life. a certain amount of pills. They use that here against you in the beginning because they always say, Clyde, you're not complying.
Complying with what?
With the pills that they prescribe to you, right? But I do my research. Every single pill they give me, I research them. I look at the contrast and the pros. And if there's a natural pill I can take that can help me, I wouldn't take that pill. So they use that as, you're not complying. But my question to them was, non-compliance is when? Before or after the kidney transplant?
After the kidney transplant, yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not that stupid that I don't realize that after I have a transplant, I have to take a certain amount of pills. I mean, none of them are psychiatrists or psychologists that could determine
what
Clyde
exactly
is. Clyde is not intelligent enough to realize that he has to take pills after the transplant.
Probably thought when Clyde would get his transplant, Clyde gone again. He gone on stage making jokes. So basically you're not coming back to Aruba. Do you have a time when you're leaving?
I should be leaving the 5th of November.
Okay. Actually, why I want to say, because I'm hearing you're leaving since June, so to speak.
Well, the problem is I had some cases going on, court cases and things concerning money.
Okay. Now you're going to check that out first and get that clear.
Yeah. So I got some of them done, and I think tomorrow I have to start back one again because I won a case where they owed me 5 years money, and when I got the money that I paid taxes on already.
They had to pay tax again.
When I got the money, the Belasting Control went partying on it again.
But okay, let's go to another thing now, because this is a hot topic right now in the carnival in Aruba. It's a hot topic. I don't know where to start. Give me your view on how things are looking, how bleak things are looking actually.
No, but it's simple. I mean, it's very simple. You're going to have a Calypso contest down at the venue where there won't be any St. Nicholas participation concerning crowd. No, most people say they're not going.
But
so,
okay, but the venue, how large is that? How many people goes into the venue?
I heard they're talking about 600 people. So my question is, I mean, again...
comparing that to St. Nicholas, that's like, it's empty if you...
Peanuts. But I don't know how they calculate or who did the financial calculation. I could sum it up for you real quick here now. I mean, if they're going to have 20, let's say 20 bands, right?
But basically, the whole place is going to be full just with the band members and the things from the band.
So,
maybe just 10 people can go inside it.
Well, I mean, what is your break-even point? And how many people did you project that have to come in for you to break even?
Okay, they're holding it now next week or the first week in November, so to speak. Why so early? Why in November? Why not wait till next year? So it's closer to the event.
They're using us for the bands to get more exposure, but I mean, until you make Aruba understands that soca music is not a music for carnival alone, you could talk about that.
Okay.
Right now, most people in Aruba listen to soca music from January the 2nd to the Tuesday before Ashura.
Yeah, so we're back again here having a chat, right? So, in the carnival, in this venue thing, and I still think it's a little bit early because we just in November now. What's going to happen next year when the time comes? People probably will forget the song.
You know, I had a strategy that I wanted to use back then. My strategy was, due to the fact that Calypso, the Kaiso, is dying, I wanted to take it to the barrios in a sense of Kaiso tents. Now, in Trinidad, Kaiso tents is known for putting up Calypso show with one of the best Kaiso artists.
Yeah.
You know, so I wanted to take it to the barrios and let the barrios send their people out, and then, you know, they mix in and we build the Calypso back. The intention was not to put no contest or carry a band from St. Nicholas to go sing in Dakota band singing, no. But that was not that. The idea was just to build back, because If you don't work on the CAISO, the two things happening to it. It's compartmentalizing.
But didn't they try that last year? They put it like in different barrios.
Yeah, but they made it a competition.
Oh, okay.
People going to the finals. That was,
it was like a final thing, basically.
Yeah, the idea was just to
create, in the barrios.
Yeah, people don't understand the kind of
But why they don't use the Carnival Village? Because you have a Carnival Village there, and I don't know what's going on with that. What's happening?
The Carnival Village, there are a couple of things involved with that, which is political.
First, I think, okay, we ain't going to go there, but I think the Carnival Village, Aruba, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Aruba has the
idea how to use it.
Like in St. Martin, for instance, like that.
That's one. Two, there were some mistakes done while building. Mm-hmm. One of the mistakes is that they put the stage in the
wrong side, or what?
Yeah, in the southeast. Mm-hmm. While the stage should have been in the northeast.
Yeah.
Going with the breeze.
Yeah.
Two, I never won. I was nearly a part of the development, and I told them I don't see it working if they put in heckwerk as a fence.
You got to put a fence, a real
fence,
like how the Lago Sport Park was.
Exactly.
So but then they also created a Carnival museum, which I never heard anything about that. It's probably closed by now, or it never opened. So to speak.
I don't know if it opened. I've never been there. I know where they bought the building to use it, but I've heard about it opening once, but I don't know if it still opens.
No, it's closed. It's not there no more. The whole
thing. For people to go in there, you have to bring Torres to St. Nicholas.
Exactly.
It's happening. We have in Torres to St. Nicholas, but nobody is really doing
focusing
on
that section.
The murals are doing great in St. Nicholas, but other than that,
Are you going to be? Because I know a few years ago they started recording a voice over the songs, so to speak, right? Are you still going to be doing it? And why?
No.
Why? You know the reason why they did that, or something like that?
The reason is for nobody to record the songs and
resell them.
Money,
Okay.
But I'm not. I haven't done it in a long time, and there's another voice that sounds like mine, but it's not me.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a long time. I mean, I offered them to do the MC, but well.
Oh yeah, you also did MC.
Yeah, I did MC a couple of years.
So you did the whole 9 yards. I have to come to one thing before, because when I heard that from you, I was kind of shocked. You got the COVID, right?
Yeah.
And you got a serious COVID, where it was really serious. So
exactly.
You died.
I can tell you about that.
I know it's Halloween and it's thriller night and all that, but this is nothing about a thriller.
This is serious.
I need you to explain me that, because there's a lot of people, till today I think about that. How, go closer to the mic so everybody can hear what you're talking about.
2 years back, I got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the Omicron, they call it, or something like that. And due to the fact that I'm diabetic, I got COVID with vomiting and diarrhea. So my body was not keeping any food in me to keep my sugar up to par.
Yeah.
So while I was home, me and my dog alone.
You and your daughter? Oh, no,
my dog.
Okay.
My sister was monitoring me by calling me every hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
But at a certain time, my sugar dropped that I couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't move my hands. Anything.
Echt?
Yeah.
And they had to rush you to the hospital, or what?
Wait. My sister's calling me. I'm hearing the phone ring, but I can't pick it up because I can't move my hands, anything. Mm-hmm. Luckily, after 2 calls that I didn't answer, she came to my house and found me. Called the ambulance. Ambulance says they have a protocol. They're not coming unless I call my huisarts, my doctor. Yeah, Aruba. To somebody who dedicated 38 years of their life
in service to Aruba.
In service for Aruba. That's the thanks you get.
Yeah.
So I told my sister, with my last energy, call police.
Mm-hmm.
So she called the police station, and 4 colleagues came
One time, basically with blue light, so to speak.
Definitely.
Yeah. And they took you down to the hospital.
They lift me up first now.
They lift you up. How many guys took to lift you guys?
A lot of guys.
I can imagine. Because that's dead weight.
My two cousins came. When one of the police said, let's take him, I heard the other three hesitation. Did they think COVID? And this one guy told them, Tenegi, Koye Bang chef. Hold him, let's go. And I promised that guy before I leave, I'm going to give him a placard because if it wasn't for his quick
reaction and
decision making, I would be dead.
But I mean, when you told me you died, so in the hospital, when you was in the hospital, did your heart really stop?
You know, I don't know, but let me explain. I remember, the only thing I remember was they put me in the ambulance because we went to the police. The police said, no, he in the hospital. Kind of hospital DBR. So I remember they put me in the ambulance, my eyes closed, everything, you know, and I remember hearing the siren, and then the siren stopped. And from there on, I wasn't hearing or seeing anything, nothing. I don't know which room they put me in or anything. And then all of a sudden, I see my spirit going through the hospital halls. I could tell you the exact color of the mat, brown, cream, black, on which side the doors are to go to the different offices. And I started going towards a light.
Yeah, you was telling me about this light.
Let me explain you guys about this light. This is the most beautiful light you have ever seen or experienced in your life. This light is so beautiful. It has gold coming out of it, light, different colors, the rainbow colors, everything mixed together, this gold, right? And this light was behind the hospital doors. So when I reached for the door, to open the door, to go outside toward this light, then my hearing kicked in. It's scientifically proven that when one dies, the last thing is the hearing.
Is the hearing, yeah.
Right?
That's true, yeah.
And I heard somebody say, Egaiki notabai make it. And after that was said, my spirit turned around and went back to my body. Right? And then when I came to the following day, my sister told me, you know, Clyde, all of us was here in the room. My mom, my ex-girlfriend, no matter her, my sister, my cousin who works at the Rinson. He was on call. He told me when he came, I was just a curled up ball.
Wow.
So even the doctor was surprised to see me the following day because he said, "I might make it." And my sister said to me, the doctor who was in the room said, "A guy killed it, I might make it."
Wow. Well, so that's a deep experience.
That proves to you that, like how the Bible says, God give it and God take it. Nobody
whenever He wants. Yeah.
Nobody. So when the doctor said I wasn't going to make it, it's not his decision.
No, it's not his decision.
No.
He can't decide that at that moment. But that had to be an experience because I know there's a lot of people goes through those kind of things, especially a friend of ours, Solomon, who works at the cemetery. He sees a lot of crazy things too. Yeah. But that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
It's claimed to say that when you die, you have to get the light. If you don't get the light, then you end up in purgatory.
Yeah, you don't go in there. So you saw the light, so you're rich. Gold and all that.
Yeah, but I saw that really beautiful light, man.
I know. Let's get back to the music. I know you're a Michael Jackson fan too.
Yeah, man.
You love Michael Jackson just like me. You like Earth, Wind & Fire, Michelle Ocello, all those guys.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is swing by and I'll make a memory stick for you with some good music.
Yeah. I told you.
We're going to start right up in the head, right on the head, right here, right under the head. We have like a few more minutes to talk to Clyde about certain things.
Yeah, we got some people.
So Clyde,
we got some people on here that they're on with us, man. Rita Pipita, wow, long time I hear from you. Babu Lafo leave us, don't leave us here, but you anymore. Let me see what I got Phil, yeah.
Okay.
And also Virginia, I saw Virginia all the way in the States. Let me look them up. Cedric, hey, what's up, Cedric Rodriguez?
Say hello to everybody.
Virginia Vanderpool Skunter, all the way in America, boy, yeah. Nicole Martina, Sharon Kwan. Faridi Dow. What's up, Geoffrey Alders, old school mate. Okay, good to have them there, you know.
Good to have them listening and checking you out and checking the music out.
You know, just chilling on. Cool. Good film.
I gotta get it recorded. We're gonna record that. Clyde, I don't know what more to ask you because I think we went through everything. You died, you got back alive, you went here, you're going to the Netherlands, about the music, about the drumming, about everything possible. Is there something that we forgot, or is there something you still want to talk about? Or? We got a few more minutes still.
We practically went over a lot of things. Just that, you know, I'm kind of disappointed in Aruba in general, especially when it comes to medical care and the whole system. They call the system is politique versiegt. And politics are playing a great role in forming or making people and breaking them, you know, and that shouldn't be the case. You have people that are sometimes the followers of certain political parties are more dangerous than the ministers.
They're themselves, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and it's affecting the way of how Aruba is growing, how Aruba is functioning in its totality. So on to that all that makes it difficult in my case, so many to do certain things, especially investment, because I'm going to invest. I mean, I did my best for the Radiant St. Nicholas. Circumstances were thought different, but it's still in St. Nicholas. And, you know, I have some other investments I want to do, but I don't see it happening.
Not here, so
that's why I'm going to do it.
But also you got to check your health as well. You got to work on that. That's first priority. That's your priority, so to speak. Right?
If I was treated much more,
you probably would have stayed here.
I would have stayed here definitely. I'm leaving my 84-year-old mother behind, my sister. Most of my family are here. I have my daughter in the Netherlands and some other family, but you know, it's what to do? I got to do what I got to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And I can't let no political party or no political influence or anything hold me behind. But what I'm saying is that Aruba is a wonderful place, and it's slipping and sliding, you know? And we got to watch out. Where we going and how we're going and how we plan to reach that direction, because it's not going too good. You know, the investment climate is not that 100%. So I mean, we gotta wake up when it's time and decide what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, and who we're doing it with. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, I've had a great experience here. I mean, I've been out from Aruba sometimes, but this is going to be the definitive one. I've been out. I didn't stay long away.
But you'll be back though, so to speak. You'll be back, going back. No, but I think Europe will be the best for you in your situation. And you will see me there for sure.
Yeah, you know, you're invited to the opening of the first one. So.
Oh, yeah. First class?
Yeah, first class.
First class flight. No, I'll be there for the opening.
But once again, I'm so grateful to everybody in Aruba that really, you know, reached out to me, have been different ways, especially those that prayed that when I was sick,
not feeling well,
Pastor Tom from the Seed of Life, they did prayer. Different people, all the people that prayed and things when I was going through my difficult times. I thank you from the bottom of your heart. That it really proves
that there are some people
prayer helps.
Prayer helps,
you know. I'd like to say this also with you. always, no matter what you're going through, you stay connected to God. God is your only way of life. God is your driver in your car, and anything you're doing, God is there right with you. Believe me, if you put trust in God, He's always there for you.
And I can see that works for you as well, because you're so positive about your situation. Yeah. Because some people in your situation is like in who's in that situation like you, then they hide, they don't know how to express themselves. But you wake up every morning and you have a positive view. You have a positive feel about it.
You know why? If you decide to go and hide it, the stress that it causes, that you're thinking, hey, if I know that, that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Stress kills, and sickness comes a lot of stress, depending how you handle it.
Yeah.
Be open about it.
Be open about it, and talk about it, and because if you keep it in, it's not gonna. I was looking at the TV sometime here, and there was one of these little kids, the cancer kids, the guys who has cancer. The kids. And this little guy, he was like 7 or 8 years old, and he said something like, it still stays in me. He said, and he had cancer, right? He said, the problem with cancer is knowing that when you know that you have it, that's the problem. Knowing that you have it, that's the problem with cancer, because anyone else can have it, whatever. It didn't bother you, but when you have it, that's the problem with basically with any sickness, also with yours or with whoever else have other stuff to do.
See, I didn't let it look at me. If I don't tell you,
you don't say you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Anyway, Clyde, boy, this was, I got to save some love songs for my people, I can't just squeeze all the things.
Keep it in the mood, man.
Clyde, I want to thank you, man. I want to thank you so much. When you leaving? When you leaving on the 7th, are we going to see us before?
No, I'm leaving on the 5th, most probably.
Okay, that's next week after next.
By God's willing, and I'm moving to most probably Deventer.
Okay. All right. You're going up in the cold, man, but you...
it doesn't be that cold anymore.
Yeah, when you're going up with so much heat in you, by the time you land in the Netherlands, everything will melt.
Yeah, I melt everything.
Hey, man, it was always good to talk to you. I mean, we've been seeing us in a few times here, so it's always great to have you here, man. I wish I could have you back again, but probably I will have you back when you come on vacation, so then we can have
I mean, we could do a call-in also, It'll be just a
perfect. It's just a phone call away. Man. And Alex is, he like to connect those kind of things long distance. If you go China, we can find you.
Everything is possible nowadays.
No, I want to thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of health, strength, everything. That you're going to need when you go over there. And don't forget your people here in Aruba.
No, man.
Don't forget your people in Aruba.
I have a lot of plans we're involving my people, so you guys will get the call.
Okay, that sounds good, man. I'm going to leave you with a song. Thank you again, Clyde. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, man.
Many thanks to all you guys out there listening, and I'm sure they're sending big hugs for you.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure. We had a wonderful talk.
Man, we cover a lot of serious grounds.
I just may the good Lord empower you to continue doing this. I mean, you're doing a wonderful job, and by God's will, I hope you continue doing it for as long as He gives you life, and I hope He gives you life after life, man.
Thank you.
Something great,
Like I said, I always say I have so much thing in store. I don't know if 100 years is going to be enough to make it.
I think if you permit me, I'd like to just close with this quick prayer. Lord, thank you for the moment of sharing with us in you. Lord, we thank you for all the listeners out there that were listening, that were sharing their time with us, dear Lord. They could have been doing other things, but they took the time to listen to us by your will, dear Lord. We thank you for giving us this power, dear Lord, to influence and talk on the radio. And I hope you give Arsenio AG a lot more years doing this. In Jesus' name, we thank you. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Clyde.